Hey everyone, my name's Laura and this is my first YouTube video. So basically I just wanted to make a wee bit of an introduction video just to talk about, a wee bit about myself and what types of videos I plan on doing. My main interest, more than anything, is criminology. I have been looking into true crime and criminology since I was as young as I can remember. I started off reading true crime books when I was really young. To begin with, it was horror stories, and then when I got old enough, it would be true crime novels, to the point where my friends used to think I was going to grow up to be a serial killer. But it was more of, I just basically had an interest. I'm not crazy, I'm not, a serial killer. But I have been looking into that sort of stuff for years, including psychology and things like that. And it's always something I have wanted to do, but unfortunately, I didn't like school. I'm not getting to that just now. Just didn't have a great experience at school, so I didn't do very well. So unfortunately, just now, my options are very slim at actually getting into studying it. So I have always wanted to do a YouTube channel, and it's taken me a really long time to pluck up the courage to actually do it. I'm not that great in front of a camera. Right now I am nervous as hell. I think the more I do it, the better I might get at it. So you might find I'm a wee bit nervous and stuttery in this one, so I do apologise. I don't even know where I'm going with this now. So my main focus is true crime, and that's the type of things I'll be talking about. From very different, a variety of different things: serial killers, wrongful convictions, high profile cases, things that are massive just now, like the Chriswatts case. That is one of the ones that I've been really focused on just now. I know a lot of people are talking about the Chriswatts case, and it is because it is still really popular and people still want to hear about it. And I did plan on making this video on Thursday. This is now Saturday night. Unfortunately, one thing after another kept happening and I never had a chance. I'm quite glad I didn't do it on Thursday, because on Thursday night when I was lying in bed, I was flicking through the news, doing my usual, and up comes news articles on Chriswatts about the FBI and CBI being to visit them. So I thought, okay, that's quite interesting. So I started reading it, read a few different articles. Now this is all going to come out on the 7th of March, this Thursday. Personally, I really don't know what is going to actually come out. I mean, Chriswatts has lied so many times. He's never told the truth about this case, and the police wouldn't just go and visit Chris if there wasn't a very good reason. It could be that his lawyers have been in touch and says they have some things that they want to discuss, and that Chriswatts would want to discuss with them. And it could be that Chriswatts has actually contacted them himself and wants to actually give more details. I've read a few things, I'm actually going to read them out. Some of it's a bit, So one of the first things I wanted to read out was a new quote from Papa Watts, and it states, despite Watts admitting to first-degree murder, his father Ronnie said, "In my heart, I know he didn't kill those kids." We know he did. There's just no way of getting around that. He did it. You need to just learn to deal with that. He said his son calls him every night and knows the Bible inside out. Now, this is one thing. Has Chriswatts found God? Has he grew a conscience? Has he been sitting in that cell for the last few months now, reading the Bible over and over and over again, and decided he needs to do the right thing? No. He's a psychopath and a sociopath. Not a sociopath, sorry, a narcissist. There is no hope that he is going to tell the whole truth. I would personally like to think so, for the sake of Shanann's family. I think they deserve to know the truth. I think it's only fair that they know the truth. You could never come back from something like that. There would never be 100% closure. But knowing the truth could make it that a little bit more easier to help them deal with it and actually move on. And I think, as much as I'm not a fan of his parents, I think his parents have the right to know exactly what happened that night. I think the story he gave, and I will get into that in other videos, I have planned on discussing the case, but this is just because this all came out the other day. I just want to get this out the way. I mean, there is a few other things. Okay, so there was the other thing that his dad said, right? And it's over and done with. Mr. Watts said of the case, "I am confused why they, the investigators, went out there in the first place." So it was never over and done with. Chriswatts, yeah, he pleaded guilty. He's sentenced. He's not going anywhere no matter what comes out. He has his life sentences. He's staying in there. He's never coming out. But when a case, whether or not the person's been convicted, if the truth has never been completely told in a case, it's not just stamped closed. You know, investigators, good investigators, you know, that are involved in these cases, and, you know, it means a lot to them to actually find out the truth and what actually happened, especially for the families and the victims involved. It's, you know, it's their job, and it's a damn good one that they do majority of the time. But this has never been a closed case. This is why everybody still talks about it. This is why everybody's still invested in it. It's still not came to a conclusion. Nobody knows what happened completely, and whether or not we ever will, I don't know. Now, one of the other things was, where am I? Now, there is also a possibility that evidence in the case could perhaps exonerate Watts. Now, as I just said, Watts isn't going anywhere. There is no evidence that can exonerate that man. It was on his neighbour's video, him loading the truck. I mean, you obviously don't physically actually see it. You know what he's doing. And there is no other way that they had left the house. So it's pretty damn obvious. Nothing's going to exonerate that man. So I don't know where that's coming from. But this one was quite interesting, because it could either exonerate Watts or even implicate a second or a third person. Now, everybody knows who the second person would be if that was the case. NK. I'm not a fan of her. No one, as far as I'm aware, is not a fan of her. I do think she's very deceiving. I think there are things that she's lied about. Whether or not I think she was actually there that night, I don't know. Whether or not I think she may have played a part, you never know. She could have. I mean, there's been plenty of cases. I mean, look at the Patrick Frazee case. That's another case that I'll be looking into more now that some more stuff's starting to come out about it. I mean, the mistress, the mistress, there's always this case where the lover is involved one way or another. And so whether or not. But when I was thinking about the third person, I was like, third person? I've never actually thought of a third person. And then it came, then, I don't know, just light bulb off in my head, like, Papa Watts. But no, I don't think so. But the other thing that I read was the release last week of the doorbell footage that showed Shanann arriving home on the night she was murdered also suggests that the Wheel County District Attorney may have come across new video evidence. Now, we know that the baby monitors do not record. They really don't. The Vivian cams, on the other hand, now I don't know much about them. I've seen a few people talk about them, saying that they do and can record. So whether or not, it could be a possibility. I mean, the way I see it as well, the detectives wouldn't have just flown out to another county for no reason to interview Chris. There's obviously a good reason why, whether it's new evidence or Chriswatts is confessing completely or he's implicating somebody. It wouldn't be the first time it's happened, a person's been convicted and then deciding, oh, hold on a minute, that other person's out there living the life of luxury and I'm stuck in here. I'm not going to put up with that anymore. And then they decide to, grass them in. So, it's a possibility, but it also was the same three agents who dealt with Chriswatts back in August when it all happened, and it was Tammy Lee, Graham Coder, and Dave, I can never say his name right, Bamover? I don't know, I'm terrible with saying names, but they wouldn't have went out there without a legitimate reason. So whatever comes out on Thursday, we can't really say for sure. It's hard to try and make out. With it being 2019 now, I'd imagine that evidence comes back a lot faster. But I do know that there is times where sometimes evidence takes a bit longer to get processed or dealt with, and you never know, there might have been evidence that was backlogged from the case that's now came to light. So I don't know, so this is just still very interesting, but we'll have to wait and see. But as I said, I would like to think that it's going to be something that's going to bring Shanann's family peace, because how do you ever come back from something like that? It's heartbreaking, especially when there's kids involved. That's one thing I've never been able to ever work out, no matter how many cases I watch where it's children involved. I've never been able to wrap my head around how someone can do it to a child. It's just, I'm a mother. I have an 8-year-old daughter and I love her to death, and I just couldn't ever imagine how anybody could ever hurt their child. I feel bad if I even accidentally hurt my daughter. I've been several times where I've knocked her over or done something and I'm nearly crying because of it, so I don't know how anybody could actually physically harm their children. Excuse me a second. But I find it funny that this came out, just after the video of Shanann was finally released, which was last week, and that's the last ever image of Shanann before she died, and that was her entering the home on the doorbell cam at 1:48 in the morning, and you can see Nicole's car waiting until she gets into the house. What happened after that, who knows. I have a few little theories, which I will go through at some point. But when I first saw the video, I found it really, really eerie. My whole body was went in goosebumps, and I got a massive lump in my throat. I just found it really, really, eerie. It's like that's the last time she was ever seen. It's just, it's sad. But the other thing I wanted to talk about as well that came out was the wrongful death suit. Now, Chriswatts has never contested to this. This is a man who said, I didn't kill my children, it was my wife, I killed her in anger. Yet he pled guilty to all charges. And I would never in a million years plead guilty to something I did not do. And most people tend to stick to their guns and not plead guilty. I've seen it plenty of times. And I really, when somebody does just hand in the till and plead guilty, it tends to be because they're guilty. So that's what made me think, oh, alright, well, he's not fighting it, so he must be guilty. And now he's not contesting the wrongful death suit, which makes me think, yet again, he's not fighting it. He's not bothered, he knows that that's him, he's done. So, could that be part of, his whole, I found God, I'm gonna let them have whatever money I make, and I'm gonna tell the truth, and, hopefully with that I'll be good, and I'll get into heaven in the end. Yeah, because that's what happens. No, whether or not, as I say, but new evidence maybe came to light, I don't know. As I say, it's 2019. Imagine things come back a hell of a lot quicker than what they used to. And for people thinking that there could be an accomplice, Chriswatts was interviewed on the 18th of February. If there had been somebody implicated and there was evidence and they were able to make an arrest, an arrest would have been made by now, and we would know about it, because any arrest that is made is public information. So if a certain person had been arrested, it would be all over the internet, and I mean every page you go to, it would literally be there. So I don't see it being the case. So I don't really see it being the case. I apologise there for my video cutting out. My phone was ringing. I'm recording on my phone. So as I said, there would have been an arrest made by now. So even if he has implicated anybody, they're not going to take his word for it. They're going to need evidence. They can't just go, oh, well, he's told us this, we're now going to go and grab who. Where am I? Now, that's pretty much it for that bit. But as I said, anyway, on Chriswatts, I will go through some stuff. I'm obviously a little bit just now because it's my first video. I will be a lot more better prepared and maybe start talking a wee bit better. I apologise in advance for anyone who may not understand my Glaswegian accent. I am trying to talk as, politely as I can. I don't want to go to full Glaswegian. So as I said, my name is Laura. I really do want to make a go of this whole YouTube channel. It's been, as I said, it's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm passionate about what I talk about, and I feel like I need some sort of outlet now, because I think, the people closest to me, get a bit freaked out and a bit annoyed with the amount of times I talk about, murder trials and, you know, serial killers and all different types of cases, and go, oh my god, you need to watch this, and oh, you need to watch that. You know, I don't even watch normal television anymore. I practically live on watching different things, and Netflix has been great just now for that sort of stuff. So I've been, you know, doing a lot of watching and research and getting different ideas and different things to talk about. You know, I've been learning things about serial killers I thought that, you know, I knew pretty much everything about, and then I'm finding all these new different bits of information and documents and documentaries and all this other bits of information are coming out, so it's really quite interesting. So, as I say, I would like you to, and not always necessarily, you know, I may end up going off on some rambles and talk about, you know, some other stuff. I tend to rant quite a lot, so I can talk literally for Glasgow. So the more I get used to it, the less I might shut up. But as I says, this is my first video, so please be nice. And I hope that, you know, you enjoyed it so far. I will come back and hopefully tomorrow and do some stuff on Chriswatts. Some of the stuff that I had planned on doing, because depending on what happens on the 7th, you know, if this comes to it and, you know, the case is, you know, done and everybody finds out the truth, you know, it's not something you're going to keep talking about. You know, you want it to then be left alone and let people go on with their lives now after it. But, you know, if it's still, you know, a prominent case, then it's going to get talked about. So I'm more than happy to talk about it. I have a lot of things I have to say on the case as well. You know, I've still gone through quite a bit of the discovery, and been reading interviews and listening to interviews over again. I find if you read and listen over and over, you tend to pick stuff up that you might have missed in the first time, and sometimes it can be quite interesting what you can pick up when you don't. So yeah, but I do hope that, you know, you at least like this video. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do just now. And please do like, subscribe. It would be great if you could join me. You know, as I said, I'll do my best to make the videos as good as I possibly can, you know, and, you know, try and entertain you as best I can, and give you, you know, my insight into things that I think, you know, are important, and talk about, you know, some really, really good cases, and there are a lot out there. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that just now, because I can just go on and on and on and on. So I'm just going to shut up. It is getting quite late on Saturday and I am tired, which is another reason why I'm probably really sucky at this right now. So yeah. But thanks for watching, anybody that does watch. And yeah, goodbye. Bye.